mic, checking my mic this time. Last time I didn't use it. I was so upset at myself and y'all for not telling me that I didn't
You
use my
sounded
mic.
fine.
Sounded exactly the same.
No, but when I watch it back, I can hear that I'm not using a mic. It sounds like I'm not using a mic. So I was like, it's one of my pet peeves. Sound is so important to me. I have discovered this.
Oh, we got people commenting already.
Yes, I saw. I think this is a new person to me. I don't know who. I haven't seen B Nuri or Nure before, but welcome. Are you still here? Sorry, we're a little bit late. We were just getting ourselves situated. But thank you so much for showing up. Welcome back to my channel, and remember to give this video a like and subscribe. Because we are gonna be doing this for one more week. Next week's the last episode. We're only getting 8. Oh my god. That is all. Can you believe that? I'm still upset about it, but
I'm still upset.
We're gonna get into the episode. We're gonna start off by letting all of us know. Sorry, I'm out of it. Let me know your ratings. Go.
4 out of 5 dragons. I liked it. It had a slow start and then it picked up and stuff happened, except for the Harrenhal part. Actually, 3.5 once again. I'm taking it off for Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna do like between a 3 and a 3.5 again. I think the big issue with this episode is I feel like it could have been last week's episode. But
I was also thinking 3 or 3.5. So I think we're on the same page. Look at that. We finally did it. We all have the same rating.
I did like it though.
I thought it was better. It was better than last week's for sure. And I didn't want to be that person that's like, again, nothing happened. It's like there's stuff that happened. And I think obviously the standout, I think maybe I could speak for all of us saying was the fucking Vermithor scene. Hello. Like that was really, really well done. So let's just jump straight into that because it was a major moment. I love the fact that it was like, hey, we're gonna pass out these flyers for dragon riding tryouts and come to Dragonstone. And then that's exactly what it was. And then all the bastards show up and then it's like a tryout. I felt really bad that a lot of them died though. I was like, these dragons are really harsh. Super harsh. Like, do you really have to burn someone? Just be like, I don't want you and go to the next person.
it's the risk they're willing to take to leave the life of a lowborn person.
Oh my god! But Vermithor killed a lot, and he also ate some people. I saw that.
He played with them before he killed
them.
them.
I remembered. Oh, that's right. They call him the Bronze Fury, and she said he's known as like the fiercest, meanest one. And I was like, oh, this is why.
There were a lot of really great shots in that scene. There's the one where I don't remember his name. Ulf is with the woman behind the rock, so the rock takes up like the center of the screen. You see that one guy run, and then he appears on the other side and immediately gets owned. That was a great shot. Lots of great shots. It was shot like a video game, though.
Yeah. It was lots of great shots. So let's talk about Vermithor. After burning a whole bunch of people and eating some of them, he finally claims Hugh Hammer. And of course, Hugh Hammer is different than Ulf age.
When they were having dinner or drinks or whatever, I was like, oh my God, they weren't kidding. These are two different dudes. And then there was like a third alternative dude. And I was like, no.
Yeah. We finally get news that his daughter did in fact die, which was really sad. And he left his wife, and his wife is like, I don't want to be a widow. But he really feels like, no, like I let you down by letting our daughter down. So I'm going to go and do this and try to be like this great dragon lord. And it looked like Vermithor was about to burn that lady, and then he jumped in. So like I'm thinking, did he do that to be selfless, or was he just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna die trying to do this? Like I couldn't read it right away.
I think he was trying to be selfless.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like the bravery that earned him the dragon, at least within the show.
Yeah, I think.
Writing.
Yeah.
I also like the reveal of the daughter not being like ham-fisted in your face. Like we didn't have to watch her die. Yeah. I appreciated that it was a dialogue explanation.
Yeah. 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 What I want to talk about Hugh some more. I really liked when he was like, I'm ready, and he yelled. And then that's what made Vermithor choose him.
He's a good character. I mean, as much as like some of the episodes prior where they just kind of threw him in and he had nothing to do with the plot at all. That was clunky, but I think you finally got some payoff seeing like him have that heroic moment and claim Vermithor. So
and then we also see Ulf, who to me is like kind of like a doofus, but he got to claim a dragon.
I mean, he's got the doofus name, Ulf. Like
Ulf.
they want him to be a doofus in the show. It was cool to see that he wasn't even really sure if he was telling the truth about being a Targaryen. That's cool because it makes me think more about like his background growing up and how that's probably a story his mom or somebody told him to make him feel better about being lowborn. And you see in that moment that he's like, this is a story I'm told, but they could have been just telling it to make me feel better. Like you saw a lot from that one little exchange. So I appreciated that.
So I think with his interaction with Silverwing, though, like he showed the opposite of what Hugh did. Not so brave. He was shooting bricks, and he was like, "Okay, I'm just lay down here and like be ready to
Silverwing
get." And then Silverwing chooses. I don't get how this works.
Hello.
Yeah, he just kind of came across him the same way Alan did. Is it Alan that has?
No, Adam. Right?
Adam. Okay, Adam. Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And then I saw inside the episode, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna get into the hows and whys of how it works because nobody knows why a dragon chooses a rider." And I was like,
also,
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa.
No, go ahead.
This whole episode also like further makes me even more mad about Game of Thrones because that one time that Jon was like, "Hello, dragon." Ooh. Was that because it already had a writer, or was that just because Game of Thrones was so stupid?
We'll never know. But I do know that there has been quotes from George R. R. Martin saying that he's eventually going to get into how the bond between the writers and dragon work. But like,
you know what he should do instead?
Who knows?
He should finish those books.
Exactly. It's been 14 years, I believe, since the last one that was published.
What an asshole. I'm going to say it. He's an asshole. Do your job.
Somebody said on Threads that they're convinced that the book is done, but he's just not releasing it. Is he waiting till he dies?
How would he do that? He could enjoy the money in life.
That he could die, and then it gets released, and then he won't be alive to hear people hating it. I don't know. Theories. I don't know.
This is how I feel about that.
You mad? Did your mom make that?
My mom did make this.
The balloon artist.
I think he just kind of wants to write the things that he wants to write, you know, the things that he feels. And I bet like how big Game of Thrones took a lot of like the wind out of his sails in terms of finishing it on his own. Once he realized the show was going to finish before the book, he probably wanted to focus on some stuff that like he could be a little more creative with. That's my kind of theory with it.
It could be. I just think it's wrong. Like if you don't do your job for 14 years, you usually get fired.
Do your job.
Like his publisher could, I don't know, crack the whip.
That's the joy in being a creative, though, I guess. Like he doesn't have to finish the book.
A writer's job is to write. Yeah. He's going to write whatever he wants to write.
It would be very nice of him if he did for his fans, but I get it that he doesn't have to. But yeah. It'd be nice if he did.
This whole like history, I forgot the name of the book. Is it
Fire and Blood?
Fire and Blood. There you go. That came out when Game of Thrones was already going, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I
believe it did. So that's just like an example of something.
Like writing.
Turn his attention to is like, well, you know, the Game of Thrones storyline is like been grabbed by the TV and writers and the TV audience, so I can just finish up this other thing.
It came out in 2018.
Yeah, that's deep into Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. He spent time writing that instead of finishing the books.
Well, he finished the book Fire and Blood, and now we're watching House of Dragons.
That.
I guess like I wonder if it's a lesson to him now that like he won't option something unless he's done with it.
I
Can
think
you
so.
look up
I mean,
when he wrote The Night in the Seven Kingdoms, please, and let me know when that came out. Go ahead, Andres.
Night in the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah,
Wasn't
because
that a
that's
season
the
8
one coming
episode?
out. Because that's the one coming out next year.
Oh, that's Dunk and Egg. I think some of
Yeah.
those
98.
also came out
98.
during
Mhm.
Game of Thrones, but I think that was like a series.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this probably
Oh,
isn't
wow.
interesting for
But we
anybody to
still have.
watch.
It
Like
is
watch us
interesting.
Google stuff. But
But he did write Fire and Blood, and I'm thinking he wrote some other things as well, because he was a part of like some sci-fi show that he co-produced or whatever as well. I
He
think
did
it got
Elden
canceled.
Ring.
well,
I
what I
don't know
do
how much
think
involvement he had.
will be interesting to bring up on the topic of like Melissa, you saying he's probably learned his lesson to like not option stuff until he's done with it, is that blog post from right before season 2 of House of Dragons started. I think I shared it with both of you. He said, everywhere you look, there are more screenwriters and producers eager to take great stories and make them their own. Doesn't matter whether the source material was written by Stan Lee, J.R.R. Tolkien, Mark Twain, or, well, anyone. No matter how major a writer is or how great the book, there always seems to be someone on hand who thinks he can do better, eager to take the story and improve on it. Then they make the story their own. They never make it better, though. 999 times out of 1,000, they make it worse. So that was that's George R.R. Martin's blog, like right before House of the Dragon came out. I assume he was talking about something else, but you can kind of see the subtext there that he's probably not so happy with some of the stuff they've changed.
Well, we know he's mad about dragons being in the Vale and not at Dragonstone.
Oh, wait, there wasn't supposed to be a dragon at the Vale ever?
Well, remember there was a quote that you had told us that like
yes, it was
mad
outside
about
of
how
caves.
dragons are like roaming around.
Yeah,
And
outside of their caves.
Dragonstone. Yeah. He likes to stay true to the books, I guess. Okay, so let's go again here, color by color. The greens, the greens did not have a lot to do because I wrote a lot more things for the blacks. So let's get the blacks out of the way. We already talked about
Wait, the greens or the
tryouts.
blacks?
We're talking about the blacks first.
Ah.
The greens didn't have that much scenes because I wrote a lot less for them.
Wait, we can talk about Aegon. Can we talk about crispy Aegon?
We're gonna get there. Oh my god.
Melissa, I just want you to know I never tell you what to talk about. So if you have to choose between one of us,
I'm passionate about this.
I love that. I love that you're bringing your passion,
here, Melissa. Thank you.
I
Thank you
love
for
that
hosting
you guys
this.
have put up every week. I'm so grateful, but I just want to keep it somewhat organized. You know what I'm saying? I love the passion. I do. I love it. Okay. We already talked about the tryouts. So let's talk about Daemon and Oscar Tully. Did you guys predict that going down that way? Like, because I feel like the little Oscar Tully lord looked kind of fearful, but he kind of he was like, I hate you and they hate you, and I don't know what's about to happen here. I know that this guy has to like be held for his crimes though. So
I have I
was like, well,
questions about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, is Oscar Tully the one that like made a play for Rhaenyra like
no
a year ago?
No, that was the guy that got killed, I think, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is that's the guy that they killed?
The one that got killed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. Who was the guy that got killed and what did he do that was wrong? I think
he took the children from the homes.
Yeah, he conspired.
Which children?
We didn't see it on camera, but it's what the lords were mad about in the last episode, that they took their women and children or something. I don't even know where they put them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and that's betrayed him.
That's the grown-up version of the guy that made a play on Rhaenyra. Okay. I thought Oscar Tully might be it because I was like, they're throwing another like little kid with swag our way. He's not quite as little as that kid last year, so maybe this is a little grown-up version of him. But he had swag. He did have swag.
He was definitely raised by someone who knew their stuff.
That came out of nowhere because the scene before that, when he had a scene with Daemon, he seemed just a little bit more fearful. but then he kind of had a bit more guts this time around. And then I felt bad for that guy who committed those crimes for Daemon, and then he got killed by Daemon. So cruel. I'm just not really.
I mean, he had to cover his butt. He's got to be the king, and he's got to pretend like that wasn't his plan. That wasn't me. That was definitely this guy.
They definitely know Daemon was because like they all hate Daemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a token of like, I'm willing to do this for you guys to fight on my side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we see another vision again, though. He has a vision with a Viserys who's all old and dying and decrepit. Again, it's like about the crown. It's like, do you want this? Are you sure? And I get we're supposed to find like, okay, like he's telling you, if you take the crown, it'll kill you because the pressure.
It's very heavy.
Yeah. Heavy as the head. And I think I'm just kind of tired of this because I don't think we're seeing Daemon kind of like waver off of that. Like he's still very much trying to like get more power, and I think he wants the throne still. So they keep showing him these visions, but it's not really making him iffy about wanting it or not. So
I still don't know why he's having them. Is he magic?
I don't know. And is Alice the one giving him these visions, or is that just Harrenhal being cursed overall? I don't know.
My favorite character in the whole show right now is that old man that lives at Harrenhal. Just giving eyes at Daemon. The strong guy. He's like, oh, what's happening? Oh, what are you gonna say? What are they gonna say? I like him. Yeah. He's fun.
He's just in the background, like, this is not good.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Well, that's right. He did say that when shit was going south outside in the court. He was
like, I can't make them wait anymore. Come on, guys. Seriously.
But yeah, we'll see what happens finally. Will he finally leave Harrenhal next episode? Who knows? Who knows?
The whole season went by and we didn't leave.
And I noticed again, the guy that Rhaenyra sent to go to Harrenhal, we have not heard from that storyline again. Where is he?
Where is that guy?
Where's that guy?
I forgot. That was like 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
He was supposed to like mediate their marital dispute.
He's supposed to go and see like what is Daemon up to and then report back to Rhaenyra. Oh, he's doing this and this. And what happened?
Don't even get me started on the pace of this season and stuff. Like, I don't know.
They just left the gates of the Vale.
This really should have been last episode.
Like, really?
Last episode. Yeah, I mean, well, think about where the episode before last left off was with Jace being like, I think we could get a bunch of people to ride dragons. And then like,
but not those people. Now he's racist.
Yeah, first of all,
he's classist.
Happen in the book. In the book, it goes straight to like this kind of concept of letting people try it out. And it starts with the guy who got burned last week, and then they move on to like
bastards,
other people, lowborn and bastards. It's just like all a process. But instead, they were like, "We'll try it with one dude. Oh no, it didn't work. Now there's a bastard that found a dragon at the end of last episode, and Jace is mad about it."
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys your reaction about that. He's mad about the bastard. Well, because I mean, I guess he's feeling really insecure because he knows he's a bastard, but he feels like, well, I'm a Targaryen, and that makes me better and different, even if my dad was strong. But now he feels like, oh shit, any bastard with Targaryen blood, I'm not special.
Yeah, he's like projecting, like bastards are the worst.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Don't
we should just put them all in a room and Hunger Games burn them all until a dragon is okay with it.
Well, yeah, he got his wish.
Yeah, I kind of said that too, Texas Taurus. It was a little better than last episode.
I thought this was going to be, I had expectations because I was like, thinking of the timeline of the book, I was like, this could be 7 and 8, could be total bangers. And instead 7 was like, felt like it should have been 6. 6 should have been about like people finding their dragons.
Yeah, I remember you did text us that about like not knowing about how the pace is with this. I know the drunk dude getting a dragon is again that dragon lore. I want to understand it because like how does he have a dragon? And like you see him. Okay, wait, I'll get to that when I get to the greens. But like okay,
I think you and I want to talk about the same thing.
Yes, we do. But
wheelies in the neighbor's yard.
Where am I going next? Okay, we see Rhaena really quickly at the Vale. She is about to sail off to Pentos with the boys and the boys as dragons, but then she's like, "Well, wait. I remember seeing a field that was burnt. There's a dragon out there, and I'm gonna get it." Because she's right, she's dragonless. And I'm excited to see her claim her dragon. Will we see it next episode? I don't know. But I want to see it. Because I feel bad for her. I have seen people online. I don't know who this character is, but I know that apparently they're giving a storyline to Rhaena instead of another character, and people are like a little bit like mystified about that. Do you feel the same way, Andres? Since you read the book?
I think I know who they're talking about. Because this particular character is not in the book yet.
Who's Nettles?
Yeah, Nettles.
Is that Nettles? Okay, I've heard the same thing. I don't know what.
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it does end up being a really important character, but I guess I could see in the show how they could do without her. And maybe Rhaena's replacing
Nettles
her a little bit, but
I mean, I don't know who that person is, but I'm glad it goes to the royal family and not some random new character. But
I mean,
I don't know anything.
They could have just put her in there like the same way they did Hugh and
the Bastard.
Wolf. Yeah, like she's another bastard.
If you answer this question, is it a spoiler? Is Nettles a bastard? Is it a spoiler if you answer? Oh, she is? Okay.
I believe she is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of the dragon seeds that rides a dragon at some point. I guess, she's not going to be in the show, but
interesting that they cut her out. I wonder why they decided to.
What if she shows up riding the sheep stealer?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty heavily indicated that Rhaena is going to claim that big old
wild card.
That Vale dragon, whoever that is. I think we could go over to. Wait, does anybody have any opinions on the dragon handlers walking out? I was like, how dare you? You're gonna abandon.
They went on strike to form a union.
They're like, Jace.
They were doing.
They're like, this shouldn't be happening. These are base people or whatever.
I thought when they left that things were gonna go south because don't they have to sing the little song to the dragon?
Yes, and then you don't have to sing to Vermithor. Well,
yeah.
I was like, wait, all she did was like Vermithor come forward, and then he did. You don't have to sing to them?
Maybe because they're not dragon riders. Also, I want to talk about Corlys for a second.
Yes,
go ahead. Literally shows up in Adam's room and is like, good job, bye. No conversation.
Not a very strong father-son relationship.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for putting in your 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Getting a dragon.
He's kind of like the guy in Harrenhal, but like with bastards. Like anytime somebody mentions his bastard or something, he's like,
he's just
doing
there.
faces like.
I do like that he told the council to wait until Rhaenyra was there to like pass judgment and have these conversations, and then Rhaenyra immediately wasn't there. She kind of sucks a little bit. I'll say it.
I mean, I like seeing her make certain moves, like getting a bunch of the bastards and then pretty much letting them burn. She was like, no, wait, let's just watch and see. Like, she was just like, look, I'm desperate. This needs, like, one of y'all need to claim this dragon. I like that move.
But I feel like ignoring the council is going to have long-term consequences. Like, all those people are going to be against her. They're stuck up. They're all about the order and that's
good. But like it worked though. There are some people who are claiming dragons and they need all the fire they can get because of Vhagar.
Yeah.
Do they even know any of that's happening?
Huh?
The dope ending where she has all those like other dragons around her.
Yes,
like,
we're gonna get there.
One of them was not even shown. She has 4.
Yeah.
I think we could head on over now to the Greens. I want to open up here really quick with Alicent for a moment. I thought she was going to kill herself.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm glad she didn't, but I thought she was.
Olivia gets all like the great shots though. I was like, this like overhead shot, like your hair and the white dress. This is a beautiful image. Like they just chose.
And then
you know what?
Did you see the cameo? Did you see Bran?
No.
Fly ahead of it was a bird in the sky above her.
I did not.
It was Bran. That's my headcanon.
I did not see Bran.
What do you mean she was looking at a bird.
I thought she was gonna unalive herself. She closes her eyes, she opens them, and then like the look on her face looks a little bit like she had some sort of like revelation. Because it's kind of like a
She saw
reawakening
Bran.
moment, huh?
She saw the bird.
So I don't know what she's gonna do next episode. Is she gonna
Maybe she's not going home.
home?
She's in a tent in the woods, and her guard is like, "Are we
I-
going home?"
I literally wrote Alicent is camping with a knight because
He
like
seems nice.
literally had a tent and like sleeping outside, no handmaidens.
But seriously, no one wants for her except for
Yeah.
Aegon, who asked for her opinion one time, and she told him, "You suck."
Oh, Aegon, we see him. How we feel about that? He's all disabled and burned and can't walk.
I mean, he's always been kind of the most interesting green to me. I mean, they Aemon for a while last season with his one eye and stuff, but now I feel like Aegon is always like my favorite to follow. Still trying to deal with being deformed, right, with Larys. And they're trying to get him to walk, and they're trying to get him to walk quick.
Yeah, Larys really wants him back.
Which I thought there was an interesting move here by Larys that I don't know if I fully understood, because Lord Jasper tells Larys about the rumor that Sea Smoke has a rider and they don't know who it is. And then Larys basically kind of tells Jasper to not tell Aemon this. And I wondered why.
Oh, I could talk about that because I commented on it when it happened. Like, under normal circumstances, hearing this rumor from small folk would normally just be bullshit. But in this case, like in any other situation, that would have probably been the right call. Unfortunately, it was not a lie.
Wait, you think? Wait, what?
The way the guy told him, he's like, so and so heard so and so talking about whatever. It was like a game of telephone. It did not sound like actual information.
You think he just thought it was BS?
That seems to me that he thought it was BS.
I don't know if I read it that way. I feel like I never know like Larys's true motivations, because I feel like even if it is a rumor, that sounds like a very pretty and like, why would somebody make that up? And if it is a rumor, you still want to let the Prince Regent know. You know what I mean?
He wants Aemon to die. Aemon has no love for Larys.
I know they don't have love for each other, but you know, why keep that information if you're the Master of Whispers? He has to think about his life as well, because like, what if Aemon comes out and like tries to like execute you for whatever,
for hiding something?
Maybe,
yeah, exactly, for hiding something.
I mean, like, does Larys ever think he's going to be the lord of his house now that his brother is dead?
I don't know if he wants to be. Well, he is
not even
Lord.
interested in being the Lord of Harrenhal, right? Because
who's got the best feet in Westeros?
Alicent.
Oh
man,
I don't know what motivates that man.
I think he wants to be Hand. Like, he wants to be as close to like the whoever's king at the moment. He wants to be Hand.
Yeah, he'd take King if he could get it.
Yeah, but he wants the throne. And then there is word about how Daemon, which is Alicent's fourth kid that's never on screen, Daemon and Tessarion have taken flight, and he's going to be joining the battle. Do they mean the battle at Harrenhal with Criston Cole? Are we going to see Daemon next week?
Is that really a line of dialogue? I completely missed that.
Yes, they said they've taken flight and he's on the way to the battle, but I'm not sure which battle.
It's probably Crispy because there was no other battle going on.
Yeah, and we don't hear about Otto Hightower anymore. Very curious. He like missed he was only like in 2 or 3 episodes.
Could he have just died for realsies, like of old age or something?
No,
I kind of feel like he's somewhere raising up an army for the Greens because he's not answering the letters.
I wouldn't like that.
That
reminds me of Game of Thrones.
I did not predict that he wouldn't be here this whole season.
He may be with Darren.
Maybe.
Oh,
but why is he not answering Alicent's ravens?
I don't know. Maybe they got another plan.
Strategic ambiguity.
I want to know if Darren is blonde or has like brown hair. How did Alicent's kids? None of them have brown hair.
The seed is strong.
Yeah,
that's the more dominant seed. Is the Targaryen seed over the Hightowers?
I mean,
unless you're as strong.
Yeah, unless you're strong or a Baratheon. I have nothing else written here for the Greens. Oh, hello. Well, we'll talk about the end. Like, Aemond flies to chase after Silverwing because Ulf comes into King's Landing. Which, when that was happening, I was like, why?
I thought he was going to
Vhagar
get shot by a scorpion.
Yes. That whole thing has a bunch of scorpions. And it's like Vhagar's also there. Why would they send Ulf there? Was it to lure out Aemon? Because for a moment, I thought that like when Aemon was flying on Vhagar and like flying out, I thought that like maybe they had some other dragons secretly like behind some clouds ready to attack, because I didn't understand the whole point of that, because like nothing happened.
I kind of got the vibe like Texas Taurus did, that it was a classic case of drunk driving on a dragon. And he just went wild on his first dragon ride, like
Really?
That was my first impression
so too,
was
yeah.
he just went ham and he
I
just
didn't-
decided to go home.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't think
what
there
an
was anything
idiot.
strategic.
Let me go
about
back
it.
to my house.
I thought it was like the plan with Rhaenyra that they made or something, because she's like their queen. And I
Oh
was
no,
like,
that's what we three know after finishing the episode. But like while it was happening, it was just like, oh my god, they're immediately gonna lose the dragon. It's like giving a teenager a brand new car. No.
I thought he was about to die.
I have a new favorite dragon, by the way.
Silverwing.
Oh, Silverwing looks sick, but also Vermithor has like this neck thingy, like an iguana that sits on my yard.
He's old.
Oh, I love it. It just kind of goes like dragons.
Aemon flies. Okay, I don't get it. Did he not realize that he's flying towards Dragonstone? Because then he turns around.
That's why he turned around.
Because you're going to Dragonstone?
Yeah, I thought he noticed like, oh, there's more dragons than I thought with dragon riders or something. Like he's like, oh shit.
I loved watching Vhagar come out of the clouds. It's like a giant. It's like when a sub comes out of the water when you don't expect it. It's this broken wings. Her broken wings. Excuse me. I really like the dragons.
I thought that we were gonna see Vhagar at least like get injured or something, because I was like, oh, out in the open, there's more dragons now. Like, what's about to happen? Something cool happened. Come on.
Nah, that's like their most powerful weapon. They can't lose Vhagar yet. That'd be so anticlimactic.
Die, but like get more injured, because she did get injured at the Rook's Rest battle when they scratched her belly.
Yo, what about the opening scene with the two dragons on the beach?
Yes, back to the blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think he bent the knee kind of quickly?
She said it.
Yeah,
but what was he supposed to do? He just took her dragon. She has another dragon. He doesn't know how to fight her.
Yeah, plus he was never like trying to go fight for the greens or anything. He just like, found the dragon and he was like,
he even said,
I'm in, baby.
The dragon found me. And then Rhaenyra is really taking this as a sign from the gods. I feel like I haven't really heard that much from her believing in like I guess like destiny and stuff, but she's talking more about that in this episode. And I thought that was interesting.
I think it's always kind of been there underlying the character. Yeah, I think like she's felt that she was destined for the throne, and that's part of why she keeps at it. Remember, she had that scene in season 1 where she comes across the white deer or whatever it is.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a sign that you're like destined for something. And
that episode felt like a different show entirely. It's like an anime. It's very common for them to do like a beach episode. So you get like a really violent show and then they'll go to the beach and have fun and then go back to the regular show. That's what that felt like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I immediately deleted it from my mind.
that episode was when she was still a kid and we still had like mini Alicent's.
And she liked Criston or whatever his name was. We still like that guy.
Criston Cole, yes, back when we liked him. Which he did not appear in this episode.
I hope he dies.
Well, I don't know. I feel like next week is still kind of probably not be that exciting.
Next week?
Because it's the finale.
It's the finale. I mean, It depends. How long? Do you know how long it's supposed to be, Melissa?
I have no idea, actually.
They haven't said anything yet.
Probably 70 something. I think I did see this somewhere. I think it's another long one. Yeah.
It depends. It could be like something exciting is going to happen. It just depends on how much they stuff in. Either it could be like, wow, pretty damn exciting, or it could be like, holy this is.
Do you think they're going to send Helena on her dragon too?
Yes, based on the previews of next week.
No, she's going to get so murdered.
I think because Aemon is feeling the pressure, like, shit, Dragonstone has a lot of dragons, and I need everyone on my side who has one to ride. Poor Helena.
I like that he fired those guys in the beginning of the episode, by the way.
Yes, because I remember those were Aegon's friends that he made knights. And he was
and they saw him naked in the brothel.
Y'all are useless. Go to the wall.
They saw his ding-a-ling.
Which was merciful because he could have executed.
He sent them to the wall.
He sent them to the wall instead of making Vhagar go Dracarys on them. He's not super psycho, I guess. He's just vengeful against his little big brother.
I think that's his only motivation.
The hate for the brother?
The hate for the brother, showing that he's incompetent. I think he just always wanted to be king. There's so many people who just wanted to be king.
Yeah, he definitely has always wanted to be king.
It's the ultimate power.
Meanwhile, Daemon,
who always wants to be king,
he wields no power.
Over and over. And it's like, what's wrong with being king consort? Like, why can't you just rule with your queen?
Is it a man thing?
Not the same. Well, Rhaenyra wants to be queen.
It's a Daemon thing. Yeah, but Rhaenyra is the heir. She was made heir. She
could end this whole war right now by being like, you know what? I don't want to be queen that bad. But just something about people and power. And that's why we love Game of Thrones.
I think there's different motivations though. I don't think she only seeks power.
I think she seeks justice. She feels like she is owed.
It's about the right thing because she's the rightful heir.
Here's the thing about power is it's always like your lust for power is always coded in something else, right? Like, I just want to help all the people. No, it's power. They all want power.
Okay, Cersei.
I'm just telling you. Look, that was supposed to be they didn't screw up the concept of the original Game of Thrones with Daenerys with bad writing towards the end. I think that is the arc of George R.R. Martin's Daenerys character is she becomes this justice person, but then she doesn't see where she can go wrong because she's just power hungry at the end. So she starts screwing up. And I think that was supposed to be the moral of that character, and it just didn't. It was clunky and it came across. So yeah, I think anybody who wants to actually be king or queen is seeking power. And that's why Jon Snow is the opposite of that in a sense, because everybody kind of understands he's the rightful person from this legend from a long time ago, but he's I don't want it, which is kind of what makes a really good leader.
I don't know about that, because there's people that they've showed us who didn't want it, who are not good at it.
Viserys.
Viserys and Aegon didn't want to be king either, and then he was also a bad king. What's wrong with
him? I mean, you don't, it's not as simple as not wanting it as being king, but at least it's not a power hungry person, which I wouldn't say Aegon. The thing is Aegon and Viserys both liked the power for different reasons. Aegon wants to be liked by the people because he has kind of a bad relationship with his family, but he lusts after that thing with the people. And then Viserys was kind of if you recall, weird party guy. He always made these festivals and these.
He just wanted to play with his figurines.
And he was also kind of let's throw parties for the people. He wanted something about it too. So yeah, I don't know.
He just wanted to play with his toys.
He did. And I don't know. I mean, I think for sure, when you're starting out doing it for justice, like that becomes like your focus. And then obviously if they had told the Daenerys storyline better, we would have seen that play out better. Um, but but then again, I don't know what's wrong with ambition. Like what is wrong with wanting to be a leader? I mean,
I
that's
think that's
why
my
you have
issue
your
too.
council. That's why you have your people in your hand and like your council letting you know, hey, but what about like you listen to your advisors, which she did a lot of the times on the show before fucking season 8. They made her mad in 3 seconds. Like she did a lot of that as well.
Her advisors were also brutally wrong throughout all that.
She would listen to them when she needed to, and then sometimes she would act out on her own. Like when she got the Unsullied, she didn't tell her advisors that, hey, I'm gonna pretend to give away my dragon. She kept that plan to herself. But then it was the right call at that time. So
I just think Rhaenyra needs to butter up her people.
you just want to see her kill someone. Is that what you
No,
want?
I'm not talking about killing someone. I'm actually saying she needs to like get them in her good graces because I see this turning very south. Like I'm pretty sure the next episode they're gonna be like, dude, you like burned like a bunch of like bastards or whatever all in a room, and our dragon riders are on strike. So like, who's gonna do that job? Not the dragon riders,
The handlers.
the handlers.
Yeah.
Like if I was the council, I would be like, dude, we got all these dragons, but I think the queen's fucking crazy and she doesn't listen to us. Like, I'm sure they're going to say some misogynistic stuff on top of it too.
They don't always give her great advice though. Remember that one
Mm-mm.
time they were like, hey, why don't you go away somewhere while we take care of this war? And it's like,
I don't think that was advice. I think they just were assholes.
they don't listen to her because even as she said it once on the show, none of y'all have seen war in your lifetime just like me. Okay? So we're all doing this job like blindfolded together and doing our best. Like she doesn't have the greatest counsel on her team here. So I think that's why she also feels very pressured and desperate to try this like outlandish plan. Yes, let me get some bastards because we need dragon riders. We need to do something. I feel like that is her thing, that she's doing something about it, and like Jace hates it. And maybe more people will hate it, but we'll see.
She's kind of doing everything that Miss Arya says to do.
But it's been the right call so far.
I mean, I guess.
So far.
I wish we could give Jace credit for the dragon seed thing, but
yeah,
kind of took it all back in the show, at least.
Yeah, because he didn't want to see other bastards ride dragons. Oh, jeez, Jace, poor boy.
A weird thing to like throw in there to like try to make it more dramatic and
emotional. The thing is, like, it makes sense that he would feel weird about it. Like, oh, I get bullied for apparently being a bastard this whole time, and now we're gonna be like, cool on you. I mean, he's also right about his concerns about like when Rhaenyra dies, they're gonna contest him too. I mean, he is her son. But like, if this is all about being pure blood or whatever, even Aegon and Aemon aren't more pure blood than Rhaenyra.
They're the same.
They're the same, yeah, because they have the same parents minus the mom.
No, yeah, the mom. They're like not full Targaryens, is what I'm saying.
Was Viserys' wife a Targaryen too?
No, she's a Hightower, Alicent Hightower.
No, but the first one, the Rhaenyra's
mom. That was like his cousin. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess she's a little more Targaryen-ish.
Not that it matters in reality, but like in the show, they're all like, Targaryens are the ones that gotta rule. I like thinking about it. I like that it was there. He's not supposed to be like perfect. And he was kind of acting like he was perfect like all season long, making like all these calls.
Jace.
I'm okay with Jace having flaws.
Jace kind of reminds me of Voldemort. It's all about the purebloods.
Oh.
Yeah, but Jace, I mean, they just threw that in there to have like his emotional I'm a bastard moment,
I thought he was going to come back and be like, my plan worked. Yay. And then instead we got class.
Not like that.
Yeah, it was his brilliant plan, but it's like it kind of like went the way that he didn't predict it would. So he's disappointed and projecting. He is projecting. So yeah, does anybody want to make any predictions for next episode? How do you think it's gonna end?
Dragon fight.
Oh, that's right. Andres can't. I forgot. He knows things.
Sorry.
Do you have
Dragon
any
fight?
theories? Another dragon fight? It's like we want to see the dragon fight. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll see Daeron since he's supposed to be in the battle with them, apparently.
How could this end? What would be like a good cliffhanger?
Alicent will make a drastic decision because she came alive again when her eyes opened in the water. I feel like that was very symbolic. She'll make some sort of decision. Otto will come back because I want to see him come back. I feel like he's an interesting character. Aemon will do something foolish. It'll set back Team Green. Rhaena is going to claim a dragon.
Yeah, we're going to, or we'll at least see it. And maybe Sheep Stealer is even bigger than Vhagar. Oh.
Maybe. Who else is in this show? Maybe Jace will betray Rhaenyra somehow.
His mommy?
Because he's pissed about the bastards writing.
But that's his mama.
He's insecure. He's an insecure man.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitchforks.
Who else is in this show? Oh, Rhaenyra. Any predictions?
What about Daemon?
Oh, that's that guy.
Oh, God, that guy.
I have this. Oh no, you go first, Melissa.
He's gonna find the guy that Rhaenyra sent, and he's gonna murder him. And then we're not gonna see him leave Harrenhal. He's gonna stay there, and he's gonna bang Alice Rivers, and she's gonna have a shadow baby.
Melissa has a lot of predictions. Okay, yes, let me hear.
I think he's gonna turn into like a three-eyed raven type character. I think that's why he's having visions. I think he's magic.
What about for the rest? Rhaenyra is the key, I guess.
The rest of what?
Like the rest of the characters, Rhaenyra and Aemon are.
Unfortunately, I do know spoilers for Rhaenyra.
Okay.
So I
try in the next episode
talk about it. Maybe.
Or like.
Actually, that's where from what I know, I think.
Don't say it.
Okay.
I know very little, but I know the mechanics.
For the next episode?
I don't know when it happens. I just kind of know like the greater where this is going.
Plot points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot can happen in the next episode, or
really?
Yeah, or maybe next season's going to start off with a bang.
Okay. And who
Dragon fight.
That's all you want to say. Hashtag dragon fight. Who do y'all have as your MVPs?
The guy who opens the door and says, "Hurry your ass up. The lords are waiting." Also, ooh, drama. That guy.
Simon
Love
Strong.
that guy.
That's so funny that he's your favorite character. Like, are you joking or are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious. I see him and I just want to see the actor act. I want to see his face because he's just like goofy and in the background, like he gives me life in this dark, horrible, melty house.
Mm-hmm.
No, for real. Like I like that guy. I think he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My MVPs are Hugh and Ulf, the bastards that found their dragons.
Okay.
And Melissa?
My MVP is Vermithor. Vermithor was like hella harsh, burning and eating people, but I liked seeing him and Hugh claim each other.
I enjoyed the shot of Vermithor from underneath where the neck just like the head just goes beyond the camera. And I was like, I love that POV shot because like the whole time I'm like, what would it look like if the dragon was on top of my head? And then they gave it to me and I was like, the neck. Blah, 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 blah. I love it. I really did. It was a good scene.
It was a good scene. Alrighty. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Next week is the big finale. So join us live and hit subscribe, hit the bell so that you don't miss. And please let me know your ratings of the episode in the comments. Let me know your predictions. Do not spoil anything or I will ban you from this channel. And also see you next week. Bye-bye. What's the song again? Huh?